Good morning and welcome to the breakfast news this Saturday morning. I am David Okwasile. Governor Obiano sets 5 billion naira target for the state internally generated revenue. 15 inmates regain freedom at Nnewi prisons. 4 persons die of Lassa fever in Plateau. On the foreign scene, U.S. sends warships to Taiwan Strait as Taipei unveils new drone. Governor Willie Obiano has declared open the 2019 IGR retreat holding at Golden Tulip Hotel, Agolo. Stakeholders in the state, including members of the State Executive Council, House of Assembly members, members of the State Economic Think Tank, among others, are brainstorming to review ways of improving the state IGR drive. Government House correspondent Ejika Bana reports that the theme of the retreat is maximizing the revenue potential of Anambra State through integrated revenue collection. The report is here.
Declaring the event open, Governor Obiano charged participants to work towards increasing the state IGR to 5 billion naira monthly, noting that the state is underperforming in areas of IGR generation and stressing that he is deeply committed to plugging all leakages this time around. The governor noted that a lot of people generate revenue with government name but divert the funds, pointing out that as he is working towards cutting costs and increasing revenue profile, he called on Anambra to cultivate the habit of payment of taxes and levies, while emphasizing that every ministry has the potential and capacity to generate revenue. Governor Obiano further hinted that he is working out ways to include tax payment in the school curriculum as a way of inculcating the ideals and practice of payment of taxes in the younger generation. He stated that technological tools will be introduced into the system to drive the tax process.
IGR is the lifeblood of any country, any state, any local government. Anambra is the 4th largest economy in Nigeria. If we were to be a country in Africa, Anambra State will be the 13th state in terms of GDP size out of 54 countries of Africa. So we can't be underperforming in that area. We've been working extra hard to make sure that we're paying salaries, pensions. That's not what government is all for. To do more.
From the Golden Tulip Hotels, Agolo Lake, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
As part of his constitutional powers of jail delivery exercise, the State Chief Judge, Justice Peter Umadi, has granted bail to another 15 inmates at Nnewi prisons who have spent between 2 to 5 years awaiting trial in the prisons. The Nnewi prisons visit marks the second outing of the judge in the first quarter of his 2019 jail delivery court session, which ends on the 28th of this month with Oka prisons. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo, who filed this report, tells us more.
15 inmates that regained freedom. 4 were female, brought from the Onitsha prisons. Apart from the 15 that gained bail, the Chief Judge ordered for investigations into 11 inmates' cases and files, which should be completed within 14 days from Wednesday, 23rd. The State Chief Judge, Justice Umadi, in his remarks, said the quarterly interventions in prisons is necessary as it helps in looking at cases of persons who have spent long time behind bars to see what could be done to grant them bail, thereby decongesting the prisons. Justice Umadi reminded the managements of prisons in the state of the need for proper care of the prisoners as enshrined in the Constitution.
Constant pressure on me, and nearly possible for us to make out this time at the beginning of the year to the real.
In an interview, the State Controller of Prisons, Barrister Emmanuel Nwakeze, commended Justice Umadi for the intervention, which he said will go a long way in decongesting the state's prisons. Reacting to the inmates' welfare, Barrister Nwakeze noted that the managements of the prisons prioritize the prisoners' well-being, as according to him, they are well-fed and taught skills that will make them self-reliant when discharged. He, however, called on those that gained bail to be law-abiding as they reintegrated to the society.
This exercise will go a long way in the hitherto congested prisons in Anambra State. He is undertaking the jail delivery. in all the 4 prison formations. Started with Onitsha. The next tomorrow is going to Aguata and will end in Oka on 28th. So I'm very grateful to the Chief Judge and all his team.
From Nnewi prisons, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Anambra State has assured people living with disabilities of its commitment to providing an enabling environment and logistics that will ensure their participation in the forthcoming elections. The assurance was given in Oka during a one-day voter education and sensitization forum for persons living with disabilities. Correspondent Daniel Ezigwe, who was at the forum, reports.
The program was aimed at educating the participants drawn from different groups on the electoral process, including what is expected of them on the election day and the modalities put in place by INEC to ensure that they vote smoothly. In a presentation, the head of voter education and publicity of INEC in the state, Mr. Leo Nkedife, said that the commission was ready for the elections.
INEC is always concerned about an all-inclusive participation in the electoral process. The women, we have gender policy. The disability, we now have framework on access to participation in the electoral process.
The INEC Civil Society Organization's Desk Officer, Mrs. Chinyere Okoye, said that the Commission has introduced a series of innovations to help persons living with disabilities at the polls. Earlier in a remark, the State Chairman of Joint Association of Persons Living with Disabilities, Mr. Ugochukwu Okeke, commended INEC for building a smooth ground for their participation in the 2017 gubernatorial election in Anambra State, charging the members to avail themselves the opportunity to participate in the forthcoming election.
We continue to interface with INEC like this one we are having with them today to see a better way of solving the problems. I must thank INEC for going extra mile in producing a framework on access and participation of persons with disabilities in electoral processes.
The program also featured an interactive session in Oka. Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
And now moving over to the health sector, the state government says its partnership with development agencies remains strong and would be sustained. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Joe Akabike, said at this point while commissioning maternal and child health clinics in Ogidi and Ezowole primary health care centers, both in Idemili North Council area, renovated by a non-governmental organization. Chibuzo Koye has details.
Commissioning the projects, Dr. Akabike, who extolled the non-governmental organization known as the Challenge Initiative, TCI, said that nothing thrives in an unsafe environment and noted that the TCI, which has been in northern Nigeria over the years, arrived the state 6 months ago and started the intervention after his ministry presented them with the government's blueprint in the health sector that satisfactorily met their requirements. Dr. Akabike, who pointed out the benefits of the adequate security in the state, as well as the clearly defined policy and programs of the Obiano administration, maintained that the state will keep seeking partnership of development agencies in order to raise the health sector to an enviable height. The Health Commissioner therefore urged the Anambra to take the issue of family planning seriously for a healthier society.
This project was actually being, managed by the TCI Challenge Initiative, being sponsored by this our guests that came from all the way from Maryland, United States of America. And you see the magic that they will come to the primary health care center and they will transform it within 72 hours.
Thanking both the state government and TCI, the Ward 1 Health Committee Chairman, Ogidi, Mr. Ike Nwosisi, said that the community is happy with the work brought to their area and assured that they will utilize it. The Challenge Initiative has renovated 4 primary health centers in what they tagged 72 hours makeover in some parts of the state. It's been Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
And leaving health now to politics, Idemili North local government area has reaffirmed their resolve to vote all APGA candidates during the forthcoming general elections. They made their stand known when an overwhelming crowd of supporters, well-wishers and community leaders from Uke, Umuoji and Umpo in Idemili North Council area gathered to witness the campaign rallies of the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District, Chief Victor Ume, as he led his entourage to different communities. Senator Ume was also reassured of 100% support by the people of the council area as they resolved to vote APGA during the elections. Correspondent Valentine Mbadua filed in this report, which is now taken from our studio.
At UK Union Circle, Holy Family Catholic Church Arena, Umoji, and at St. Alphonsus Catholic Church Arena, Senator Mary assures of more commitment to his selfless service to humanity, effective representation and equitable distribution of democratic dividends, among others. In their separate speeches, the APGA candidate for Idemili North and South Federal Constituency, Honorable Ifeanyi Bezi, and the APGA candidate for Idemili North Constituency, Honorable Ifeanyi Jieku, while commending Senator Ume for his impact at the Red Chambers at the National Assembly and on the people of Anambra Central within his short stay, and assured of effective representation of their various constituencies, calling on the Anambra to vote massively for all APGA candidates, noting that best of APGA government is yet to come.
The people of Idemili North and South have taken their stand. Their stand is that they will vote APGA for Senate, they will vote APGA for House of Representatives, they will vote APGA for House of Assembly. APGA all the way. Idemili people, Idemili North and South people are reaffirming their earlier resolve to vote for APGA. And the people of Mbo have also declared their support for Victor Ume, and also they have declared their support for me and also for Ifeanyi Chukwu.
Earlier during their visit to Uke, the traditional ruler of Uke, Igwe Charles Agbala, prayed for all the candidates, assuring of victory in the forthcoming elections, noting that APGA has produced credible candidates who will use their respective offices in serving the people they represent. Others who spoke during the tour included the Idemili North APGA Chairman, Chief Kentus Onwura, the Idemili North Local Government Area Transition Committee Chairman, Barrister Raphael Nabife, the President General of UK Community, Mr. Chuks Ezoba, among others. During the tour, 21 women were empowered with 50,000 naira each, 5 women from Uke, 5 from Umuji, and 11 others from O, by Senator Victor Ume.
It is still the breakfast news on ABS TV channel 24 and Star Times 113. After the break, 4 persons die of Lassa fever in Plateau. On the foreign scene, U.S. sends warship to Taiwan Strait as Taipei unveils new drone. Stay with us. It has come to the knowledge of the Anambra State government that a fast-growing number of political parties and their candidates participating in the 2019 general election boldly claim that Governor Willie Obiano has endorsed them. To make the claim look authentic, many have published in their campaign posters, flyers and banners their pictures with Governor Obiano. Many of the photographs were taken with the governor at public functions, churches, etc., often without the governor knowing about them. Some of these parties and their candidates pledged to Anambra that once they win, they will publicly declare support for Governor Obiano and join or rejoin the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA as the case may be. Some of the candidates have even forged statements purportedly made by the Anambra State Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Mr. C. Dawn Adenoba, supporting their candidatures. The statements often appear in poorly written English. The Anambra State government wishes to state categorically that the claims by the parties and politicians are false, misleading, and disingenuous. Governor Obiano endorses only APGA candidates in the forthcoming election. As the APGA national leader and chairman of the APGA Board of Trustees, he cannot endorse candidates contesting on the platforms of other political parties. All in the Anambra should, therefore, disregard the claim by the politicians that Chief Obiano has endorsed them when they are not APGA candidates. These politicians want to use Chief Obiano's immense popularity to hoodwink Anambra State voters and make them vote for candidates other than those of APGA. Though the overwhelming majority of our people are too discerning and sophisticated to fall prey to this trick, it is important to bring to the fore the grand design by people seeking public office by all means to cajole in the Anambra. This trick is nothing less than 419 because the perpetrators want to obtain power through false pretense. For the upfront time, the good people of Anambra State are encouraged to vote only APGA so that the ongoing excellent work in various facets of our existence will continue. Anambra State has now become about the most competitive state in Nigeria and the most peaceful and stable in the country. The Anambra will not tolerate anything which can disrupt the present development trajectory. God bless Anambra State, the light of the nation. Announcer Mr. C. Dawn Adenoba, Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment. Welcome back to the news. 4 persons have died of Lassa fever in Plateau State, the Commissioner for Health, Kunde Dain, has disclosed. This is coming after the death of a soldier attached to the 3 divisions of the Nigerian Army, Maxwell Kobe Cantonment, Rukuba Barak, Jos. Dain also said 16 people tested positive for the disease, adding that they were currently receiving treatment at the Bingham Teaching Hospital and the Jos University Teaching Hospital. According to the Commissioner, 25 people were initially sampled, out of which 16 tested positive for Lassa fever. The Commissioner stated that the disease was prevalent in 5 local government areas of Jos North, Jos South, Bassa, Riyom, and Chendam, adding that the state government was putting plans in place to control the spread of the disease by infected rats and rodents. And on business, plans have reached advanced stage for the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission to authorize a forensic investigation of the funds that have so far accrued to the federal government through the collection of stamp duty. An investigation showed that the federal government had not been satisfied with what the banks had remitted to the Central Bank of Nigeria, but the Nigerian Postal Services clashed with the RMFFC when NIPOS initiated moves to probe the banks. It was learned that through the government system, however, the differences between the 2 organizations had been resolved, but NIPOS first had to shelve the plan to appoint auditors to probe the banks until it secured approval for RMAFC, which claimed jurisdiction over the matter. A source close to the development said that RMAFC was in the final stages of releasing the authorization to enable the appointment of auditors that will investigate the remittances into the stamp duty account domiciled in the CBN. For the first time this year, the United States has sent 2 warships through the strategic Taiwan Strait, according to the Taiwanese government. The move risks further heightening tensions with China, which considers Taiwan a breakaway province and has not ruled out the use of force to bring the self-ruled island under its control. It is also likely to be viewed in Taiwan as a sign of support from U.S. President Donald Trump's administration amid growing friction between Taipei and Beijing. Taiwan's defense ministry said in a statement late on Thursday that U.S. ships were moving in a northerly direction and that their voyage was in accordance with regulations. It added that Taiwan closely monitored the operation to ensure the security of the seas and regional stability. There was no immediate comment from the Chinese government. China has stepped up pressure on Taiwan since President Tsai Ing-wen from the pro-independence ruling party took office in 2016. It has regularly sent military aircraft and ships to circle the island on drills in the past few years. Nigerian captain Obi Mikel hopes to help Middlesbrough secure promotion to the English Premier League from the Championship following his arrival at the club. Mikel, 31, who penned a short-term contract with Middlesbrough, was unveiled by the club on Thursday. He also had his first training at the Championship club same day. The former Chelsea midfielder became a free agent in November after a 2-year spell in China with Tianjin Teda. He's expected to boost the promotion chances of the Championship club. The experienced midfielder who won the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations with Nigeria spent 11 seasons at Chelsea. Mikel reportedly sealed the move back to England to join his wife and 2 young children in the United Kingdom from the Chinese Super League. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. You can like us at Facebook at www.facebook.com/ABSRadioTelevision. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Before we go, here are the main points again. Governor Obiano has set 5 billion naira target for the state internally generated revenue. 15 inmates have regained freedom at Nnewi prisons. 4 persons have died of Lassa fever in Plateau, and on the foreign scene, U.S. has deployed warships to Taiwan Strait as Taipei unveiled new drone. And that is the news on Breakfast News this morning. I am David Okwakwasile. The weekend show continues now.